Willie Colon has said to me behind the scenes, not on camera, but I'm bringing this take to light, that the Baltimore Ravens will never win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson starting at quarterback for them, Mike. At the time, my feelings were hurt, but I think the NFL looked a little different, and it was just like 2 years ago, right? Now I'm feeling a little bit bolder in my chest. I'm looking a little bit more raw. I'm feeling because the whole league is going towards this fast moving dual threat quarterback, Josh Allen, other sorts. So do you take that back yet, Willie? Do you really think that Lamar Jackson, was it because he was skinny, because he's gotten thick now? Like, do you really want to keep that slander towards Lamar Jackson?
Well, this is it. I saw him lose to Tua up 4 touchdowns in Baltimore. I seen him lose to the New York Giants, a game he should have capitalized and won. He beat Tom Terrific in Tampa. Tom was riddled with injuries. And plus, I think Tom's tapped out mentally anyway. But there's no excuses in football, right? I give him credit. He played big time. I need Lamar Jackson to win a game with his arm, because we know he can run the ball. We know he loves the middle of the field with Mark Andrews. But every quarterback who we consider elite, it can make the throws, the deep outs, the pylons. They can do things within the pocket if they have to. I just need him to suit, and I need to see him do that, because I know he's an escape artist. I know he's masterful with the football in his hands. If he can improv like nobody's business. But we've seen time after time, come playoff time, when they neutralize his legs, he goes one-dimensional, and he gets sloppy out there, and he gets crazy. So, no, Brandon, I'm not ready to take that back. I want Lamar Jackson to prove me wrong. I'm all about the hate and smoke. You know me. Ain't no bitch in my blood. But Lamar Jackson right now, valid, he's an MVP. Valid, he's a big-time quarterback. I need to see him win the game within the pocket.
I just feel it's so crazy to hear you say this, Willie, because I feel like the unicorn that is Ben Roethlisberger, the Clydesdale unicorn that is Ben Roethlisberger. I feel like he's seeped into your brain so much because you won your Super Bowl with him that you just think it has to be a big ass white dude throwing the ball.
No, because Big Ben was an escape artist too. He was a scrambling quarterback too. One thing Ben did well was he played behind the defense. And let me help Lamar out. The defense has failed Lamar too at times. So I don't want to make it seem like it's Lamar just out here, this crazy. That's not true. I thought he's dealt with some injuries in the receiver position. He's had to overcome that. But Mark Andrews Rashard Bateman and Andrews, they've been dinged as of lately. So I don't want to just sit here and say it's all him, because I think he's been durable. I think he's been steady. However, I just know playoff time. There's a book out there, How to Beat Lamar Jackson, and I don't think he's beat the book. I don't think he comes with if you want to beat Lamar Jackson, listen, load the box in the run game, make him use his arm. We saw it's kind of like what we saw out of Zach Wilson against the Patriots. Bill Belichick was like, all right, let's do this. Y'all good at running the ball? I'm gonna load the box. Zach Wilson beat me with your arm. Couldn't do it. And valid. Zach Wilson and Lamar Jackson, two different quarterbacks. They're not even on the same. So I don't want people to come at my head on that regard. But I'm telling you, there's a recipe on how to beat Lamar Jackson. So
I do wonder how much longer the Greg Roman thing is going to go on there, because we talk a lot about this. A lot of people will point to Greg Roman and say they haven't done enough to advance what the passing game looks like in that offensive playbook. Injury is a big part of that, but Lamar's going to outlive him there, whether it's on the franchise tag next year, whether they get a long-term deal done. He's going to be there, and so you wonder at some point when you mix up the bag in name of trying to add more to that, because to your point, Willie, that absolutely affects you when it comes time for December, January, and then hopefully February football is, can you do multiple things? I still believe Lamar is capable of that stuff. We saw him do it over and over again in college. We've heard it from his own mouth. Ran a Bobby Petrino offense in college. I can work from the pocket. It just seems like it's taken so long for the weapons to get there, and now to keep them on the field consistently to be able to develop that. Part of that also falls back in the lap of the coordinator, no doubt.
100%, but I also think you're never going to give your quarterback too much of what he can't handle, right? Like you got to move at the space, because when you're out the gate, like you've been out there, Brandon, you too. The game moves so fast. There's so many. It's week after week. It's a different defense coming up with something new to get after you. I think it's a matter of like, we're going to do what you do best, and we're going to maximize that. So I think it's a matter of Lamar asking for more before they give him more. I think that's just going to have to work.